Hey, how you doing out there? Some of the news made me think about something I used to say as a kid, or think about when I was a kid, and made me think about it again. Right now, everybody knows, and again, this is for you guys in the future, my little kiddos, so you can maybe I can put some wisdom on you. But everybody knows right now there's a food shortage going on, and the worst part is there's a baby formula shortage going on. Well, statements and statistics and all that stuff can tell multiple different stories depending on how you hear it. And what I'm hearing some people say about this baby food storage, it's just one of those things that, like, if you don't know how to finish the sentence or read between the lines, they're gonna mislead you. When I was growing up, like I said, the statement I used to say and think about was, I remember this video came on TV or commercial, and it showed these inner city kids, which I grew up in the inner city, sit on the stoop of some apartments, and it said 30% of all children who do drugs live in the inner city. And I saw the first thing I got mad. I was like, "What are you trying to say? I don't do drugs. None of my friends do drugs." I got offended. But the commercial was very smart. It said, and then it showed white kids out there with running through the tall grass, with the willows and stuff. It said, "Where do you think the other 70% live?" And I was like, "Whoa! I never thought of that way. If they're saying only 30%, they didn't say only. They said 30% live in the inner city. Well, then the other 70% must live out of the city. But they don't want you knowing stuff like that. So people put reports about how 30% of all youth live in the city do drugs. They don't tell you the other part because if you're educated or you at least want to think outside the box and learn, you would realize that that means that 70% is unaccounted for. Where are they at? Now, it didn't say all 70% live there because I mean, there's inner city, outer city, deep woods, you call redneck woods, whatever, crazy concrete jungle, all these crazy areas that can be broken down more than just say inner city, outer city. But what made me think of that was this food shortage thing. I've been hearing a lot of Republicans mostly complain about the food crisis, the baby shortage, formula shortage, and they're saying how these immigrants legally come here and these babies are taking foods from American babies, and how they get pallets delivered to them, all courtesy of Uncle Sam, and they just get to sit there and while your baby at home, American babies are starving. Well, if you listen to that statement and you finish the sentence, when they're saying the American babies are starving while these immigrant babies are getting fed, well, first of all, let's keep these real. Immigrant babies are actually just being fed. They're giving it to the parents, give it to the babies because the babies can't do nothing. The babies can't walk up to the buffet or the food line and go, "Hey, I want 2 scoops of Similac and can you throw some mashed green beans in there?" And they don't know. The babies getting baby formula and they're only getting it because they're babies. They didn't ask for it. It ain't their fault. So people are getting upset. Babies in a way, it seems like. And he said, "No, I'm not getting upset, baby. I'm getting upset at the government for doing this." Well, what is the government supposed to do? Are they not supposed to feed the babies? Are they supposed to just let them starve? Well, that's not my problem. No one will even say that. No one will come and say, "Well, that's not my problem." No one will even say that because they know how horrible it sounds to say that. They'll say with other stuff, but they won't say with the babies because they won't. They know it's horrible. But here's the best part about it. How many infants that actually need formula do you think is waiting in the border detained? I'm guessing because they don't put the statistics out there, but I'm guessing it's got to be a small number. Because let's keep it real. I think there's 3.7 million infant babies in the United States. That's somewhere you can look at online. I saw it statistics somewhere. 3.7. And kids, in case you ain't paying attention, this is 2022, so that's a while ago for you. But 3.7, and that's out of the 600 million we have in the United States, whatever it is. So if immigrants supposedly only have like 100,000 at the border or something like that, that's not that many babies getting fed. And what would a pallet or two do at a local Walmart? That'd be sold out within hours. So we're gonna let babies starve so people at Walmart can have maybe one more thing of formula? It doesn't make no sense. But like I said, statistically, it's just funny that people say The immigrant, migrant, whatever kids are getting it first, and American kids are going hungry. Well, let's keep this other fact in mind. They can't go to the Walmart. They can't just get in the car and sing kumbaya or whatever and complain about gas prices and drive down there and stop at McDonald's and get food on the way home. They ain't going nowhere. They stuck there. If we actually let someone through the border, then they might be able to go buy the babies some formula. But since they got stopped at the border, they ain't going nowhere to buy formula. And these babies ain't going to crawl nowhere. But people get upset about that. It just shows you kids how weird the world is. People are saying that we should be worried about Americans first, which I am completely. I understand that every country should worry about their people first, but there's a lot more people in America that should worry about first than the immigrants. And they can worry about people before the immigrants. Let's worry about the homeless, the veterans. Let's worry about people who need the help, who are American citizens. If you can go that route, but no, they ain't talking about veterans. They ain't talking about people who live on the streets because of mental issues they have, housing issues, housing shortage. They're not talking about that. They're complaining about babies being fed. That's our current state of politics at this time, kiddos. They're complaining about babies being fed. And honestly, if you want to be realistic about all this, some of those babies might have been born in the United States while being detained.
Yep.
So they're born on U.S. soil. I'm pretty sure someone will consider U.S. citizens then. Or something along the lines. I'm sure some kind of confusion going on there. But let's not feed them. That would make no sense to me. So yeah, that's my little update today. It's a crazy world we live in where people are actually on TV, elected officials are complaining about babies being fed. And they said, well, they're complaining about being fed over American. No, they're not over American baby. There's no way that anything that was heading for that border to the detention center was headed to your Walmart and got detoured there. Trust me. They didn't say, no, stop loading up that Target and take this food to the border instead. That's not happening. So they ain't taking nothing from you. They're taking what was already supposed to go there anyways. And how cruel a country would be if we didn't feed the babies. I can understand not taking, steak to the border. If you eating steak, they shouldn't be eating steak. I agree with that. But baby formula? Anyways, Daddy's wanted to have a little rent so he could have a little bit more of me in case something happens, because things getting crazy. Never would have guessed I've been in this spot. Ever. I'm already upset that I'll probably never get to enjoy a buffet again.
Yep.
Not the way I used to.
No.
I can go there and I can smell buffet and probably have to take an insulin shot. It's going to be crazy. And I can't go to the casino that much. I used to go to the casino like once every couple months. Now I'm going to go there. I can park in a handicap parking. I ain't never been able to do it my entire life. I'll be doing it. There'll be a placard pretty soon. That's just crazy how different life can, how fast life can change. And I don't literally. I think probably when all this said and done, hopefully it's gonna be it's probably a year or two before I'm able to throw a football with you guys with any accuracy. So I'm glad you guys are fast. And hopefully you have great hands because I'm gonna make you run from 'em. Not on purpose. I still get in the way. So, Dad, why you keep overthrowing me? Sorry. Hey, at least I got to overthrow you, so underthrow you. That's what I'm hoping. And yes, Athena, you'll be running routes too. All the kids run routes in my backyard. But anyways, in case I haven't said, kiddos, we're in Sherman, Texas right now too. Sherman, Texas, has not turned out to be as bad as I was thinking. And I might mention this one video. I think I did mention one of the other videos, not on this stroke side video, but one of the other ones I did for you guys. Your grandfather actually was a postman in Sherman, Texas, back in the 50s. And I had no idea of that before I came to Texas. I had no idea Sherman, Texas even existed before I came to Sherman, Texas. Even when I came down here, we were in Texas, we came down to Dallas Fort Worth area first. I never heard of Sherman. But that's where we've been for the last probably 4 years. So it's not that bad a place. I personally will not recommend you guys staying here when you're older. See the world, get out there, see more, do more than Dad's doing, do more than Mom's doing. But Ugh. I'm guessing it's gonna be probably not much better when you guys get older, especially if all these rights get pulled back and rolled back. It ain't Walmart, but they rolling back rights. You know what I'm saying? It's sad as it is in the state right now. Not just the state, the state, the United States, the divided states of America. You know, it's getting crazy. Anyways, love you guys. Bye bye.